What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is your review for Love and Hip Hop of New York, season 10, episode 12. So we start the episode off with Remy Papoose coming out of court. Charges were dropped. We knew that. It was sort of anticlimactic, but it's good to hear there wasn't enough evidence. And the biggest thing that Remy is saying is, when people see you out and you have a certain presence, you know what I mean? And people know your past, people know your situation, and they can kind of come at you and use that against you. And so I'm just glad that, it wasn't a worse situation, that the evidence wasn't there to support it, and they're able to just move on. She said she feels like a big weight has been lifted off her shoulders, which I am sure of. So then we see Jonathan, Yandy, and not Tahiri, Sin meet up, and all they doing is basically telling each other about what was going on. They tell her about the tea party. She tells them about the meetup with Tahiri, and then she tells them that her and Joe are in a good place and that they're kind of working towards some things. I feel like this review not gonna be long. Then we have Safari and Erica. They're trying to get ready for the baby. Erica's like, look, we got to get back to Atlanta. That's where we really live. We only came up here to film this damn show. We need to hurry up and get back. Sorry for the Jason text, honey. She was like, we got to hurry up and get back to Atlanta because I'm about to have this baby. It's getting close and we need to get where we're going to be, unpack and be ready. And Safari is like, yeah, that's cool, but I have my album coming out, my album release or mixtape or single. I don't know which one it is. And, it's all about the baby most nights, but tonight can it be about me? They're unveiling his billboard and it's in his old neighborhood, and he's just talking about how he's always wanted to make music his career, and he feels like he is finally, where he wants to be, and, for right now, he just wants to focus on that, and they can get back to the baby later. And Erica's like, yeah, alright, but, this baby ain't waiting for nobody. Later on, we see her meet up with Sin, and that's basically all she's saying. With Tahiri, and that's basically what she's saying, that she's already started having Braxton Hicks, and that she's really nervous about having the baby before it's really time to not have the baby, but being where they're supposed to be. Like, she ain't trying to have a baby in New York, basically, is what she's saying. Of course they try to make it seem like, well, we came up here to have the baby because of we came up here to get married because that's where our family's from, and then we stayed for the baby shower, but now it's ready to get back. Yeah, because y'all came up to film and it's time to go. Anyway, then we see Pressure meet up with his Jen. We see him meet up with Jen. He's still out of the house, and they're meeting up to hang out with the kids. The kids aren't there yet, but he gets a chance to talk to her, and basically he lays his heart out on his sleeve, and he tells her how he wants his family back, and it's gonna be better this time, and he's not that man anymore, and he's ready to move on and be the man she wants him to be, and he took the loan out for the house, and he even starts crying, honey. So of course Jen is like, well, I don't want him to feel no kind of way, and I do love him, and she said, but this is it, this is your last time. And I'm like, yeah, you probably done said that 20 times before, that's why he ain't worried about it. Anyway, Jim Jones and Chrissy, so they go over to the house at Chrissy. Now here's the thing, Chrissy helped design the house. She's not putting any furniture in the house. She told Jim, look, I'm going to leave the house not all the way finished so you can bring your mom and she can still feel like she has some input in some things. But basically, she put the house together, just help design the house or whatever. And the whole dilemma is about whether we should tell mom or not. And my thing is this, look, what don't hurt her, what don't kill her, that ain't going to hurt her. She don't need to know that Chrissy had anything to do with that house if it's going to be that big of an issue. Then she tells him about the tea situation. Now, let me say this. I might owe Kimbella an apology because she said it was high tea. Now, I've been to high tea before. And if you've been to high tea, you know that you dress for high tea. High tea is an event. High tea is a moment. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm like, maybe Kimbella was the only one dressed appropriately last week because the rest of y'all was dressed like Yandy was dressed like she was straight up out to head to a gang fight. So if that was supposed to be high tea, if that's how it was described, then Maybe Kim Bella was the only one appropriately dressed instead of the other way around. Now, dumbass Jim Jones heard high tea and was like, oh, so the tea had weed in it? Anyway, so later on, because I'm gonna just go on and knock them out. Later on, Jim brings his mom and his sister by the house to see the house is ready, it's finished. Mama loves it. She's in tears. Oh, Jim, you're the best son ever. I love you so much. Then somehow or another, she was like, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. And then he gonna say, well, you know, you could thank Chrissy too. Thank Chrissy. What I need to thank Chrissy for. And his little sister was like, I knew Chrissy had something to do with this, with the interior design. I just felt it. Girl, so of course Mama goes off and she starts talking to him crazy, and Chrissy shouldn't have had nothing to do with this house. It was mine. You should have done blah blah blah. So then she act like she don't want the house, right? She gonna leave out this. I guess somewhere she thought about that and was like, wait a minute, hold up. I ain't trying to move back to no hotel. She comes back in and says, get out of my house, and puts him out the house. And Jim was like, you know, my mama has a funny way of saying thank you. And I was like, yeah. But what's funny is Jim know his mother. He knows who she is, honey. He didn't even flinch, okay? He didn't even flinch. He just went on about his business. So Safari is having a mixtape party, and you know, Erica's talking to Tahiri, inviting her to the party, and then we get a little bit of Erica's history. She was a single mom, and her biggest fear is that Safari is gonna basically be there but not be present, and blah 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 blah, whatever. So Pressure goes to visit old girl, the chick that he holds the money to, and you know, he's like, well, you know, I know I owe her this money, and I told her I would start paying her back, but I had to take this loan out for this house, and so she just gonna have to, you know, hold off and wait. That's not how debt works. You pay your debt first, then you worry about buying this house. You don't go get the house first. And you know, she was basically like, so what's up? Like, where's my money? When you gonna start paying me my money? I want it in paperwork. I want, like, you gonna pay me $250 a month, and I really think she means $2,500 a month. I don't think she means $250 a month. And what's up? Like, I've been waiting for my money. What are we doing? And he's like, yeah, you know, I want it all. You know, I want it all written down. I want us to sign papers. Yep, I want it to be official. And she was like, okay, well, what's the penalty if I don't get my money on time? She was like, I think I should get to add $500 every time. Well, she didn't say every time you late, but in my mind, that's what I was hearing. Every time you late. And he went along with it. And my thing is, he went along with it, but he don't plan to do this. He's not going to follow this. So then she was like, well, let's go to the ATM now. I want my first payment now. No, I get you at the first of the month. I get you at the top of the month. She was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. You come in here in this brand new outfit. You got all this jewelry and all this other stuff, but I got to wait for my money. So then she has him make an Instagram video. And she told him, she was like, look, if I don't get my money, not an Instagram video, but like a video. She said, look, if I don't get my money, I'm telling you now, I'm going to be calling you. And if you don't respond, she said email. And if you don't respond to my emails, then I'm going to be calling you. And if I have to call you from different numbers, that's what I'm going to do. And his thing is, as long as she don't be in Jen's inbox. And I'm like, that's exactly where she going to go, because it worked. She didn't get no response out of you until she went up in Jen's inbox. Now, mind you, Jen said she wanted to be there for this meeting. But you know Pressure can't afford that, because what he can't afford is for Jen to say the wrong thing. And old girl throw it at Jen like, well, first of all, he owes me the money. Here's the proof. And we were in a relationship. Here's the proof. I was like, see. So, we have a little moment between Joe and Remy. And she's letting him know that the charges were dropped. And then she's asking him about Sin. And he's like, look, me and Sin, we good, we chilling. There's nothing written in stone. We're just in a good place, and I'm just gonna ride the wave of us being in a good place. And basically, Joe was like, look, everybody just need to chill out, mind their business. We in a good place, and it is what it is for now. Okay. So now Pressure and Jen moving into the new house. It's a beautiful house out in New Jersey. Got them out the hood. It got a pool, all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, everything is great. So then he tells her about the fact that he met up with old girl without her, and that he's gonna pay her the money. And of course, Jen being who she is, you know, Jen is extra. I don't know if it's for the cameras or if that's who she really is, but she is real extra. Her face get all scrunched up. She get to talking all fast. I mean, all slow and animated. I was like, you doing a lot. But again, I don't know if that's who she really is or if that's for the camera. But basically, her thing is, one, how you have a meeting without me when I specifically told you I wanted to be there for the meeting? And two, we're not paying her nothing. Because see, in Jen's mind, he doesn't owe her any money. But he knows he owes that girl that money. He's admitted he owes her that money. And the problem is, you're not being honest with your wife, and you're not, or girlfriend, and you're not being honest with old girl about the situation, and you're gonna end up getting hemmed up. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be on screen, off screen, whatever, but you're gonna end up getting hemmed up. So we go down to the mixtape party. Everybody's there having a good time. Pressure, Safari, and Papoose perform the song that they were working on in the studio, and it's all great. Everybody's feeling it. The crowd is hype, blah, blah, blah. So then when it's over with, Safari is talking to Erica, and Erica's like, okay, this is great. When are we heading to Atlanta? When are we going to make it down to Atlanta? And Safari lets her know, look, I thought that I was only going to be gone for a few days to promote this, but those few days have been expanded. I have more people booking me, and now it's turned into a couple of weeks. And Erica is like, excuse me? And he was like, well, I can't really pass this opportunity up. Like, this is what I've been working for, and I'm gonna be gone for a couple of weeks, but I'm gonna be there when it's time for the baby. And she was like, it's time for the baby? Like, I'm almost 9 months, I'm already having contractions. Like, the baby could come in the next couple of weeks, and you talking about you about to be gone for a couple of weeks. And so she's rightfully upset by it, and I understand Safari's dilemma, because you gotta strike while the iron is hot. But maybe you probably would be better off pushing the release date of your single till after the baby is here. I don't know, maybe, but she definitely has a reason to be upset with him. And he's like, I gotta figure this out and make it happen. Like, I gotta make it happen. So anyway, that was it, y'all. We're gonna see how it work out. It is what it is. Talk to y'all later. Peace.